Hey everybody, and welcome back to the channel. I am Dr. Goat. Today I'm in my 2014 Chevy Cruze, and I'm going to be giving you 5 reasons why I hate this car. Once again, as usual, I wanted to remind you guys I post videos every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday. Tuesday are car vlogs such as this. Wednesday is my podcast with my fiance that is Driven Living. You can also check it out on Stitcher, Spotify, Google Podcast, and Apple Podcasts. But the video will be on here. And Friday is just a random car type of video. So to be sure you don't miss out, hit that subscribe button down below, as well as the bell. 5 things I hate about my 2014 Chevy Cruze Eco. Now, this car comes with the 1.4 liter turbo, and honestly, my first and probably biggest thing with it is just how slow they are stock. And I'm not expecting this car to be a speed demon by any means, but we honestly, we do a lot of driving. We've put 50,000 miles on this car so far in 2 years, and just trying to pass people on a road where, say, the speed limit's 55, someone decides to be going slow, you want to pass them. If you are sitting here cruising in 6th gear, you're more than likely going to have to drop down to 4th or 3rd. 3rd if you really want to make sure you're actually going to be able to get around them in a decent amount of time. And I remember the first few times trying to pass people, I was just shocked at, how many gears I had to go down just to be able to pick up enough speed to what I would say safely pass. Now, number 2 on this would be, going from how slow the car is to, I got a ZZPerformance Stage 2 kit put on it, which is a cold air intake, a bigger intercooler, as well as turbo back exhaust. And the bigger intercooler, at least with my car specifically, I don't know how many, if all the Ecos have this or a lot of the Cruzes in general do, but it's got some, I don't know exactly what it's called, but there's this piece mounted on the back of the bumper, the front bumper, that is like a big kind of vent, it electronically opens and closes. And in order to fit that intercooler in there, I actually had to remove that. And now it doesn't cause any, real issues with the car as far as driving or how the car performs, but I constantly have a check engine light on because of that not being there, because of that plug not being plugged in. So it's just kind of an annoyance to, every time I look at the dash, I got a check engine light on. And, I know if I went to sell the car, having this Stage 2 kit and all that on there, and seeing that light on there, people are going to be wondering why that light's on. And, I tend to think of myself as an honest person, but I'm sure, even if I was buying a car from somebody and they were to tell me, hey, that's just because of the intercooler being on there and I wasn't able to put this part back on, I'm still going to be kind of skeptical on whether I trust them or believe them on that. So my third complaint is something that, you know, I'm just, from right now, this winter time, going back and forth between this and my 2012 Subaru WRX hatchback is, you know, it's just something you got to get used to with any manual transmission car, is the clutch feel. Now, I mean, between these two and the GTO as well, this clutch is just, I don't know why, every time I get back in the car after a week or so, it just seems to take me so long to get used to the clutch. And I just, you know, I feel like a beginner at driving a manual transmission every time I get back into this car. But I get used to it within a day or so, but the clutch is just so light, which honestly is a good thing, but I'm just not that used to a light clutch after being in, say, the Subaru or the GTO. Number 4 would be something that I guess Chevy decided to do with the Eco model, which I know I heard that they kind of cut out a bunch of random little things just to save weight on it, because these cars are supposed to get great fuel mileage and whatnot, which I'm not really sure exactly the fuel mileage I got before putting the Stage 2 kit on, or even now. It's just not something I really pay attention to. But they actually do not come with a spare tire. So, that being said, they don't come with a spare tire, and I don't believe they come with any sort of inflation tool. I'm not even sure if they come with a jack. So, you know, needless to say, you blow a tire and you're kind of stranded. I mean, I don't know. I mean, luckily for us, we don't really go do tons of, like, you know, far away traveling from where we live. But I could just see that, you know, if you don't have OnStar or anything like that, I don't know. I guess it's a chance you take, but I would think, you know, if I was Chevrolet, I would think that a spare tire is something that I would probably want to keep in a vehicle for people, but I don't know. And finally, number 5, the wheel gap. I mean, obviously, as far as suspension and all that goes, it's stock. I just, you know, I guess all 3 of my vehicles right now, the Subaru, the GTO, and the Cruze, all have quite a bit of wheel gap, but I am determined to get rid of the wheel gap on this and both of the others. It's going to take a little time. I don't have the money right now to throw at doing coilovers on them, but I've seen so many pictures and videos of modified Cruzes that, you know, are on coilovers and have some nice aftermarket wheels, and I just, God, they look so good. And I honestly, when we bought this car, I didn't know they made all the aftermarket parts that they do for them. I didn't know that they, you know, had coilovers and all these different wheels and that, but these are a pretty popular car, honestly, to modify. And, you know, just seeing them with the coilovers and with these wheels and all the engine modifications that people have done to them, it's like, wow, they can be really nice cars. And so, you know, me and Jade have debated on getting rid of this car or not, and it's, I don't know. Some days I look at it and I'm like, yeah. And then other days I look at it and I think of what it could look like sitting on some coilovers and aftermarket wheels, and I'm like, it makes me want to do that to it. But Anyways, that was a quick rundown on 5 things that I hate about the car. Overall, I do love the car, honestly. But anyways, if you guys enjoyed the video, please be sure to give me a thumbs up. I'd really appreciate it. Drop a comment down below. Let me know what you might hate about these cars or what you even love about them. And as always, please subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.